Uzi got his #1 officially.
Hey,
And,
big Uzi.
Of course he did.
Some people are not too happy with it.
Why?
Because the album isn't like a rap album, or what he's doing on there is his festival,
Alternative, I guess.
experimenting shit.
It is still rapping,
Not shit,
though.
but
Just rapping in a different way.
yeah. But so not a lot, but some people are upset because to see that be the album to be the first #1 of the year.
That's hate.
Of course, it's hate.
Put out a better project.
I could argue this, but it wouldn't make for the greatest part. So
You could argue for
Argue it.
I think I don't do a fucking rap album. I don't want to sound backpackery.
It's on
If
the
a
fact.
guy comes and says, "Hey, I'm influenced by rock and roll. My inspirations come from rock and roll. I exhibit all of the rock and roll fashion and hair and dress, all of that stuff. The tattoos, the Satan type of
Satanic.
that that's not my area of expertise, so I don't want to speak on it.
Got
But
it.
if you exhibit all of those things, and then your music is
Country.
just that, what about the rap community says this is a rapper outside of the framing? Outside of him being signed with Drama,
No,
Rock Nation, he's from
rapping on
Philly.
there. It's just
He
in a
raps.
different.
I was gonna say he raps on.
We had this talk with I Wanna Rock, and I'm saying this in closing. We had this talk with I Wanna Rock, where I was shocked that there was even a line in it, but y'all found it for me, and y'all was like, "Oh, it's rap." And I mean, technically, maybe you're right, but I'm not gonna totally dismiss the people that have a contrasting point of
They
viewpoint.
definitely have. It's a validity.
I could see why the concern is still there that this is the rap album that went #1. I just think it's a bullshit hill to die on because Lil Uzi's brand and business is big enough to where he could fart and some shit's gonna go #1.
And not for nothing, I think
Travis is coming; he's going #1.
It says more about the field than it says about Uzi. To me.
That's what I was thinking.
Like
Ain't nobody who dropped.
Yeah, someone else dropped
for potential. Not saying who dropped, but who dropped for potential to be #1 this year.
Gunna. List is pretty short.
Dirk, Gunna, which most of them came in at 2.
Okay.
So you made it up there. You know what I'm saying? It's not like there was nobody in the top 10 or nothing like that. Like y'all made it up there. You just went up against somebody, Morgan Wallen dude.
Country
If Gunna,
dude.
Yeah,
if Gunna
you
was
just-
if Gunna was in good standing with his label, they'd have bought the copies to make him go #1. He was that close.
Good point. I think it's just all starting to be just it's no boundaries. You get what I'm saying? Like he just an artist and he can explore over here, he can explore over there. Over the weekend I went to I don't know if y'all don't know who he is. This artist Kane Brown. He a country artist, but he black.
I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
Right? He a
I've
star.
seen he's done
He a
some
star.
halftime shit, maybe
Yo,
Super Bowl.
a lot
halftime
of his
shit.
cadence and all that shit is hip hop.
Not Super Bowl, but he did
He a
something.
young black dude. He a country star.
He does
but
over 808. Oh, it was New Year's Eve. I think he was on.
It sound like
He
hip
was over
hop,
here
bro.
somewhere.
Where was that at?
In Philly.
Okay.
Yo, his like he not traditional.
It'd be 808s in there and shit. Like
Bruh.
it's trappy.
Running around.
I've heard his name before.
Tattooed out, rollie on, gold Cuban link.
I didn't know
Cuban
that
link
was his
bracelet.
shit.
His
But-
image is hip hop too.
Yeah, like yo, he a young black kid he biracial from Georgia, but I think music is just starting to go
Different
over
directions.
here, over here, over here, over here.
Think
We're
it's
not
just
gonna be able
blended?
to classify it soon. Yeah,
It's not really
Yeah.
it's not really a genre anymore.
Shit, I've had some OGs tell me to that we shouldn't hate on something that is borderline hip hop and call it not hip hop because that stops the genre from growing and
from
existing.
progressing. That's true.
Because that is the goal
Growing
at the end of the day, right?
But
If-
growing
if
in
we
which
sta- if we start
I
put-
get it, but growing in which direction if they're mixing it up?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I was
with
about to
you.
say-
If the evolution of it, because I'm all for some of the younger kids evolving it. True.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe the evolution of hip hop to be rock inspired.
I agree with that.
I believe hip hop to be rock inspired.
Hip-hop is rock
But
inspired.
where we're going now, we are who we are. Like,
But a lot of people say rock is hip hop inspired. A lot of people say it's the reverse.
No.
They'll say, "Yo, look at any music and it's all hip hop inspired."
Rock and roll?
That's what they say.
So hip
Well,
hop
rock
is
and roll came first.
Yeah, rock and roll came first. Yes.
If you want to say modern rock and roll is hip hop influence, yeah, that's
When did rock and roll get here?
Late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah.
As far as
Thought it
like
was the late
mainstream,
30s. Gotcha.
mainstream level, yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But I
Off
mean,
on a tangent.
Yeah.
No. I think that people's fear is that because it's hip hop, it's ours. That when it starts to leak over, we run the risk of losing it.
We've been lost it.
We do run
That's
risk
the
of
part that
losing.
people don't understand. We've been.
I disagree.
Once shit get watered down
Sold
or,
it and gave it away.
have
No,
different hands
No,
in it.
see, and that's where
Ownership.
that right there is where the fight lies.
Yeah, I think Ice is wrong.
And what Ice is saying versus what I'm thinking in my head. Like, and that's my problem with the Uzi talk. Uzi can't be the future of, or he can be the future of hip hop, but he said repeatedly out of his mouth that he don't fuck with none of this shit, and I'm over here. I get this from there. He's pulling from there, and it sounds like that. I think hip hop is fly enough today itself to be able to manifest some new fly shit we've never seen. Not a nigga that's dressed in punk rock clothes. We've seen it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to take away from him if that's what it sounds like, because congratulations and awesome. But yeah, I would like to hear this second project that's coming, since you say this is more rap inspired. He wouldn't even be able to say that publicly with no backlash if there wasn't merit in the conversation.
You got to remember, earlier when I was growing
And then
up,
they call it experimental. It's almost a slap in the face.
when I
It's
was
not experimental. You took years to do this.
exactly when I was
You're
in
not experiment. My bad, Flip. Go ahead.
when I was in high school growing up, pop and country was going out, but it was pop that was in control of the charts, right? And now hip hop has come so far that pop music, even though it got its own, like it's not really. I don't really hear about pop that much
Because hip hop is pop.
Yeah, because hip hop is pop, right? It's about keeping its authenticity. We don't mind bringing things from here and there, but if you have Uzi as the face of hip hop, right, or number one, and he's saying all this stuff, it kind of changes the dynamic a little bit to the people that's coming up. It kind of erases the history because these little motherfuckers is not interested in the history. I was one of them. I wasn't interested in the history until I came up here and learned a lot of shit. Wasn't interested in all them old niggas. No disrespect, I wasn't. And then when I learned, I realized, and I got more in tune. I realized the power, the work that they put in to get us where we at today. I feel like if it get more washed down, I feel like it may be lost on some Titanic shit.
Listen, congratulations to Uzi nonetheless.
For sure.
We
Shout out
off
to
on a
Uzi.
tangent.
New Joe Budden.